In this video, I will show you how to create Figure 7 Question 3D. Start off with a 2D sketch. I'll select the XZ plane to create the plan view. Rectangle. '80 by 180. Okay. After that, I'll constrain center the midpoint of the line to the origin. Next, I'll create the ellipse. I will tangent ellipse to the front, tangent this to the top. I will constrain it. In this case, it should be vertical constraint. Okay, notice of the preview of the line is horizontal. The point, center of the ellipse to the origin. Next dimension, center ellipse to the front is 20. Alright, once done, I will need to extrude the rectangle, okay, the back portion followed by the ellipse. Okay, in this case, I will extrude downwards. The full depth is 38. Okay, next, I'll create a 2D sketch on a YZ plane. Press S7 to slice the graphics. In this case, I need to project the edges. However, the front part is a curved surface, so project geometry will not work in this case. So I will need to use project cut edge. So for project cut edge, what happens is that the sketch plane will act as the cutting plane, and wherever edges that's being cut by this plane will be projected. Alright. So project cut edge, you notice that now the entire so-called the rectangle is being projected, including the right edge. So I'll draw in the rectangle followed by the line. What I'm trying to do is I will create a cut. Alright. Make sure that I do not accidentally select the green dot, because green dot represents the midpoint. Okay, dimension the rectangle. Okay, dimension here to be 20. Here to the front is 140. The angle here is 24 degrees, and the length from this point to the front edge or the right edge is 25. Alright, finish sketch. Next, I will need to extrude, but this time around will be a cut. Okay, I'll select the smaller one and this one. Alright. Okay, if you cannot see the cutout, so what I can do is I can actually change the preview to maybe to wireframe. Okay, so they can see the sketch properly. Alright, so I can do the extrude, select this, make sure it's symmetric and it's true all. Okay, true all, and it must be a cut. Alright, so the red portion highlights the area to be cut, and put OK. So once done, you can change back to shaded with edges. The next thing, we'll create the middle feature using the YZ plane. Right click and say new sketch. We need to make use of the top face, okay, but we make use of rectangle first, and a circle. Okay, I'll change back to circle. Make use of the center of the line, midpoint of the line to be the center of the circle, and touch the end point of the line. Dimension it to be 50. Okay, alright, and the position is 80 from the back. From the back to the center of the circle is 80. The size is 30, radius 30. So I right click, change the dimension type to radius 30. Notice that it's still blue. So what happens that we need to figure out uh, where is it not being constrained. Okay, so I need to press escape to end the dimension command. So I can click on the blue line and drag it up, and notice that what happens that the line is not constrained with the top face. So I can put collinear this line to be the same as the top face. Okay, everything's all now becomes purple. Finish the sketch, extrude, select the profile that I want, mid plane, the size is 60. Okay, next we'll create the rib in front. Same thing, we make use of the YZ plane, new sketch, press F7 to slice the graphics. We need to make use of the circular surface and also the bottom edge. Alright, so what happens is that I draw a line here now, click on the bottom or the other top face, and then go to the circle. Okay, I will need to tangent the line to the circular face or circular edge. Okay, and dimension it from this point to the center of the circle. Okay, center circle is to be 60. Okay, alright, do take note that it's still blue. Okay, let's try out. You must make sure it's tangent. Okay, you see it's there already. So what happens that probably this point here, okay, is not let me check whether is it supposed to be, is it touching. Okay, it needs to be co-center this point to the line. Okay, alright, so what happens that the point is not touching is not coincidental with this line here. Okay, so since this line is automatically projected, we need to convert this line to a construction in order that the read command for it to work properly. Okay, select this line, change to construction. Same thing for the curve. Click on this, change it to construction line. Alright, now we can create the rib. Okay, change the direction. Okay, I can press F7 again, sorry. We can try this again. Okay, now the thickness should be 40 mid plane. Okay, next step, same thing again, we can make use of the YZ plane to create a cutout in the middle. New sketch, press F7. This time around we just need to draw a line from this edge to all the way to the rib. Okay, we need to ensure that, okay, we want to make use of the edges to enclose this line. So what we can do is that we can actually you can use project cut edge, or you can just project geometry the edge that you want. Okay, so this one, and probably this one. Okay, so if you notice that if your line is too long, okay, the blue line is too long, what we can do is just trim it a little bit. Okay, you can just trim it this line. Okay, so now what I need to do is I want to dimension this to the top surface to be size of 20, and that's it. Okay, finish sketch. Same thing, you can actually want to extrude. If you cannot see the thing clearly, you can change the view to wireframe. Select symmetry is a cutout, and I want to be 16, cutout 16. Okay, alright, change back the view to shader edge. I will create the hole here. Hole command, flat surface followed by the curve will actually make the hole to be concentric. Next, size will be 30 through all. Alright. Okay, let's check. Make sure everything's okay. Looks good. We'll create the counter sunk hole. Okay, click on this flat face. We'll create a sketch. Put on 2 points. and a line. Okay, so this line will be, oh sorry, I forgot to press on the line command. Okay, so this line will be the symmetry line, so I made this to be construction dimension, the 2 points to be 40 apart and 25 from the back edge. Okay, so now I want to make sure that both of them are vertical. In this case, click on this point to this point, and symmetry point about the middle line. Okay, notice the 2 points are being changed to purple. Okay, now we can grease the hole, and in this case is a countersink. The smaller hole is diameter 10, the bigger one is 20, and it's 90 degrees. Okay, and looks good. Okay, simple hole through all. Okay, good. And last but not least, we'll be creating of the fillet of radius 10. Okay, fillet of radius 10. I'll just select this edge, radius 10, and okay. Okay, looks good. Alright. Okay, so let me just change it so that you can see much clearly. Okay, the edges and the volume on this part is, oops, physical. Go to very high. Update is 668.498.032. Alright, so that's end of my video.